Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all have an amazing day. Today we're doing a LEGO Marvel Superheroes retrospective where we look at the first wave ever released all the way back in 2012. Now this is one of the few themes and waves that I actually have every single set released, and even to this day, 12 years later, I still have all these sets. Now most of them are fairly destroyed or missing pieces, however my minifigs are still in good condition. So let's start with the cheapest set of the wave, and that is Captain America's Avenging cycle, which is such a ridiculous name for a set, but I can't help but love it. So this set had 72 pieces and retailed for £11.99 or $12.99. The builds included were Captain America's Avenging Cycle, which was just your standard Lego motorcycle with some cool Captain America stickers on it involving his shield, as well as a Chitauri flying spaceship and a little turret with a flick-fire missile. The builds are all really nice, but I would like to see maybe another Chitauri ship or just something else to pad out the build because it's only 72 pieces, which I feel like it's lacking a bit for $11.99. And for minifigures, we got our first Captain America, who has really nice printing, but I do prefer when they use the helmet later on. And he did come with a new shield piece, which is really nice. We also get a Chitauri General and a Chitauri Soldier. Although not accurate to the film, and I do think the later ones look better, they still are really nicely designed minifigures, and I love the printing. To buy this set currently new and sealed, it's going to cost you about $28 or £22, which considering these sets are 12 years old, is actually a pretty good price. So it goes to show that maybe these sets weren't the most popular. Our next set is Loki's Cosmic Cube Escape. This set contains 181 pieces and retail for £19.99 and $19.99. This was actually the first set I built from this wave because I was so excited to get an Iron Man minifigure, and it did not disappoint. And the build for this set is just a simple shield truck. Now this is in the film, it's in the scene where Loki escapes with the cube and then he mind controls Hawkeye, and it's fairly accurate to the movies. And it's a pretty good build. I do think it's kind of a bit generic for a superhero set, but most of these sets contain random vehicles that don't really make a lot of sense, but at least this is in the film, so there is context behind it. And for minifigures, we get Iron Man in the Mark 6, which is my personal favorite minifigure from this wave and from the Avengers sets. I love the Mark 6. It's my personal favorite suit, and this new helmet mold they made for it looks incredible. We also get Loki, he looks incredible. He has great printing on his torso and legs, and he uses a new helmet mold, which is still used today, which goes to show how good it was. To get our first Hawkeye minifigure. Now, I'm not a big fan of this one. I like the torso print, but the face print is completely off, and it's based on concept art, and the hairpiece also does not suit him. To get this set new, it's going to cost you about $54 or £42. So once again, not a massive price increase, and still somewhat affordable if you really want it. Up next, we have a set that I reviewed recently, and that is Wolverine's Chopper Showdown, which I'm sure, like a lot of people, this is my personal favorite set of the wave. It contains 199 pieces and retail for £19.99 and dollars. The builds for this set are a bike for Wolverine and a helicopter for Deadpool. And they're both really nice. I love the color scheme of the helicopter, the black and red to match Deadpool's. And overall, it's a really nice build. I love the flick fire missiles, which are made from adamantium. Well, they're just shiny plastic Lego, but they look like they're supposed to be adamantium. That's a really nice touch. Now, the big standout for this set is definitely the minifigures. We get our first Wolverine, who has amazing printing. Especially love the face print, and I'm so glad they used the original Joker hair for this minifigure. We also get Deadpool, who is another perfect minifigure. The printing and design is exceptional. The set also came with Magneto in his classic red and purple outfit, which is my personal favorite from his minifigures, as well as at the time it also had a new helmet mold, which looks amazing. To buy the set new now, it's going to cost about £150 or $190. So this set has had the biggest price increase, and I think that involves the Deadpool minifigure. And since the movies, the character has skyrocketed in terms of popularity, and unfortunately with those being quite adult movies, it's unlikely we'll see this minifigure again for a long time. Hopefully he'll appear in Avengers film, and we'll get him then, or maybe in an 18 plus set like the Daily Bugle. And up next we have Hulk's Helicarrier Breakout. This set contains 389 pieces and retailed for £49.99 and $49.99. The builds for this set contain a section of the inside of the Helicarrier. We get Loki's jail cell from the film, as well as a place to analyze the scepter. This also comes with our first ever Big Fig Hulk, and our first Big Fig ever made, which is really cool, and it's quite an interesting piece of LEGO history that this is the first big figure. We also get a shield jet for Hawkeye to pilot. I found the builds to be a little bit lacking. I like Loki's jail cell, and the jet itself is okay. I just wish there was more to kind of the helicarrier design. However, a big chunk of the set's budget will go to the Hulk Big Fig, so I can kind of forgive it a little bit for that. In terms of minifigures, we get Loki and Hawkeye, who we've seen before. We also get our first Thor minifigure, and I think he looks great. I love the face printing, and I love the fact that they made a new Mjolnir piece for him. And the biggest selling point of this set is definitely the Big Fig Hulk. I think LEGO did a really great job with the Big Fig mold for the Hulk. I think it looks amazing. To buy this set new or in box, it's going to cost about $100 or £75. Our next set is the Quinjet Aerial Assault, which is the biggest set of the wave. This set contains 735 pieces and retailed for £69.99 and dollars. Out of all the Avengers sets, I think this is my favorite one, and I think this is the best build of the wave as well. I think the Quinjet looks great. It looks really accurate to the movies. I do think the new one definitely improves upon it. It looks a lot sleeker and nicer. But for 2012, this was a really good first attempt. It has lots of inside storage space to set your minifigures. It's got some flick fire missiles. It's a really nice build. It also comes with Loki's chariot for him to ride. So it has a lot of fun playability for a younger audience where you can have the Quinjet chasing down Loki's chariot. Both really nice builds. And when compared with the other Avengers sets, it has a really great price per part ratio. For minifigures, we get a repeat of Loki, Chitauri Soldier, and Thor. For new minifigures, we get Iron Man in the Mark 7, which is a really great minifigure. And we also get our first Black Widow, who I think has really great printing. I just think the face print is a little bit off. Overall, this is my favorite Avengers movie set from this wave. I think it's a really great build. Now, to get this currently new, it's going to cost about $105 or £80. So, quite remarkably, the price hasn't actually increased that much. So, this is actually a really good deal if you wanted to get this set now. Now, on to our last set. This set did release a little bit later on, but it's the only other set released this year, so I thought it would include it. And this set is SpiderMan Doc Ock Ambush. This set contained 295 pieces and retailed for £34.99 and $29.99. The main build of this set is Doc Ock's lab, and this comes with an experimenting chamber and an experimenting kind of table where you can capture the Iron Fist. Now, kind of similar to the Hulk set, I'm not a big fan of the build. I just think it's very kind of boring looking, and I think again the standout for this set is the minifigures you get. And these minifigures you get are Spider-Man in more of a classic comic book looking outfit. Now, I do believe these sets were based on the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. We also get an Iron Fist, who is a really great minifigure, and we get Doc Ock, who I'm not a massive fan of. I think the printing is okay, but I much more prefer the classic bold haircut and comic book design. To get this set new, it's going to cost about $60 or £46, which once again isn't a massive price increase. Now, I do think the only draw to this set is probably the Iron Fist minifigure because we've never got on him since, and it's a really nice minifigure. And if you have, Luke Cage and Daredevil, we've almost got a complete Defenders lineup. But that'll do it for the first wave of Marvel superheroes. I have a lot of nostalgia and bias for this wave, so I probably love it a lot more than most people do. I do think that the builds are quite lackluster and disappointing. The main standout for this wave is definitely the minifigures. In terms of sets, my two favorites would be the Chopper Showdown and the Quinjet set. And for minifigures, pretty much every character from the Chopper Showdown, so Magneto, Wolverine, and Deadpool. And from the Avengers sets, definitely Iron Man in his Mark 6. That's my favorite minifigure of the wave. But tell me, everybody, which is your favorite set? Which is your favorite minifigures? Are you looking to collect any of these? Do you have them all? Let me know. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have an amazing week. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time. See you.